Well, to my brothers and sisters that are in the Lord and are doing the work of evangelism and are doing the work of God, whether you're a pastor, leader, prophet, of whoever you are in the body of Christ, I want you to know that Paul became all things to all men. To those that were under the law, he became the law. To those that were free, he became free. To those that were slaves, he became slaves. Now, a lot of us don't want to hear that. We want to hear, whatever feels good and suits our particular way of doing things. I'm telling you now, unless you become like Paul, who became like Christ, you're not going to win people to Christ. You're going to push them away from Christ. And sometimes we go on the streets and we preach and we minister and we love people and we show them all kinds of compassion and mercy and praise and everything. But sometimes we lose that soul. Because as quick as we can win that soul to Christ, as quick as the devil can snatch that soul away from Christ. You remember, the devil has many tricks, many schemes, many plans, many ways to do his business. So we need to use tact. I believe that we've got to bring people into the kingdom however. But also at the same time, I also believe that we need to nurture that person, get them in, get them to commit completely to Christ. Not just lead them in a prayer, but commit completely and be discipled and go under our wing and be taught by one of us or by the church or the fellowship of people, of brothers and sisters. So it's not about just leading people, talking to people, handing out tracts and giving them prayers, but to actually take the person under your wing and lead them as a disciple into the kingdom and the mysteries of Christ. Because it's no good if you're just going to let that sheep go astray. The devil will grab hold of, the wolves will grab hold of this sheep. And that's what I've seen the greatest problem in evangelism and the greatest problem in the church and in the body of Christ and in the kingdom is that people are going astray. They're losing their soul. They come to Christ, they get fed, they get brought up a little bit, and then bang, they're out of the fold and they're out of fellowship. And then you ask them the question, were you a Christian? Yes, I was, but I just left because. We can't give people an excuse because God will hold us accountable. We've got to make sure that we do God's complete work by baptizing them, making them disciples, and leading them to Christ. So I urge you, those that admonish this talk, I urge you to go the full yard,